What is really good, my dudes? Today we're going to be talking about the economy in the Ark region coming next week. Jagex put out a dev blog regarding this, which you can read along in the description below. If not, and you'd rather not read, well, that's why this video is here for you. Anyways, the allure of the Eastern lands is that it will have a closed economy with its own untradeable currency. This means that you need to be self-efficient, and your current RuneScape gold cannot accelerate your progress here. The way you'll be making money in this region is by using your skills to gather various resources. Then you must process those resources into commodities. These commodities can then be traded to merchants for chimes, the Ark region's currency. Bear in mind that these are separate from your player-owned port's chimes, and the two do not interact with each other in any way. The same goes for any resources you find on the islands, such as bamboo. As I said, you're gonna need to use your skills to gather resources in order to make any money here. You can do activities like wood cutting for some bamboo, hunting for some tortoise shells, or gathering wooshrooms that grow on the Uncharted Isles. Now, you can sell these resources to their relative merchant, for example raw fish to the Waiko fish merchant, but the payout is far greater if you convert these resources into commodities. You will need to use your artisan skills to process these commodities. Some include cooking raw fish for fish oils and fletching bamboo into larger bundles. It is apparently worth doing as it is designed to give enough chimes to justify the added time needed to process them. One item in particular, the Ark Gumbo, utilizes almost all the resources for a huge payout, which is supposedly well worth the time making. As for skill requirements, gather and processing the resources require 90 plus in their relative skills. Now, I've mentioned chimes several times already. This is the main form of currency in the Eastern lands and cannot be used back in the Western world we're used to. The same goes for our currency there. Anyways, the reason you want to gather chimes is for the things you can buy at the various shops. You can use your chimes to purchase supplies and to unlock new rewards. Again, just to emphasize, your player-owned port's chimes cannot be used here. So what are these supplies for? First off, we know we have, with this update, 3 new islands. Whaler's Maw, Waiko, and Amanishi, as well as the Uncharted Isles. Players can travel between the 3 main islands free of charge. However, it is supplies they will need to explore the Uncharted Isles. The isles furthest from civilization reap the best rewards, and, as you would expect, require the most amount of supplies to reach. So, in order to fund your voyages to the Uncharted Isles, you need to keep skilling to afford the necessary supplies. They also mention in the dev blog a second currency known as Taijitu. They are needed in purchasing some of the higher tier rewards, most notably upgrades. They are rewarded from completing the various mini quests in the Ark region and from rare chests found in the Uncharted Isles. Needless to say, these are going to be scarce. Aside from the supplies you can buy with your chimes, I mentioned rewards. Some of these will include an increase in the chimes you can earn by selling commodities, decorations and hotspots for your claimed island, player-owned ports resources, XP lamps, and some cosmetics. So there seems to be a pretty big selection of things to spend your chimes on. The last thing they mention in the dev blogs is contracts. These will work in the same way as Slayer contracts at the Morytania Slayer Tower. However, they aren't just bound to Slayer or combat for that matter. You can receive contracts for many of the different activities in the Ark. Note that unlike daily challenges, you do not need to turn in these resources to complete them. You only get a limited amount of contracts a day, but this can be extended when you purchase a permanent upgrade in the rewards shop. If you do not like your current contract, you can always re-roll them using some of your chimes. Additionally, if you have unlocked any adventurers in your player-owned port, you may find them in the Eastern lands. they will give you a specialist contract that usually sees you seeking out specific items unique to these contracts only. So that is it for this dev blog involving the new economy in the ARK region. I hope that was helpful and informative. I'm hella excited to be going to Eastern Lands, to be honest with you. It looks like it's going to be pretty damn sick. So if you enjoyed that video, why not give it a like and subscribe for more coverage on the dev blogs, the weekly updates, as well as guides. Thanks for watching. Peace.